Welcome to a special market update. Today is 9/11/2017. On the screen here, we got the chart of all the market indexes, and today the market pulled a fast one. It seems like WIS is back on, and as you can see today, the S&P 500 and also the New York Stock Exchange Composite closed at a new all-time closing high. Although some other indexes got close, but did not close at the all-time high, and we'll take a look at that a little bit more detail in later on. And let's take a look at the VIX and the advanced decline. As you can see, today's the advanced decline pushes to a new high, while the S&P 500 closed at a new all-time closing high, but it failed to tag the all-time high, which was made on August the 9th. What's that value? Is 2474.41. That's the all-time high, intraday all-time high on the S&P 500. Okay. And if we take a look at the indexes itself, the S&P 500, as you recall from my weekend video, I was basically looking for a pullback to test this level somewhere around the 2446.55, and if it can hold, then probably looking for it to come back down and at least test this this area down here at the 2417, okay, and possibly get down to the 2405. As you can see, it broke out of this engulfing candle on the upside instead of breaking down on the downside, which I was looking for. And right now it's pushing up. Here's the old closing high, and this is the all-time intraday high here. So it closed at the above the all-time closing high, but did not tag the all-time high. With the advanced decline continue to make a higher high, a new high, I wouldn't be surprised to see that it will push through this high. And if we take a look at the long-term chart here, won't be surprised to see up at this above this 2500. As you can see on this upper channel trend line here, this is somewhere around 2533. So we definitely have the opportunity to see this market crack above the 2500. Now, would it do that before a pullback? Just continue to push up, or we get a little bit of a pullback and consolidate a little bit before it pushes up, because we need to get the other indexes to catch up and participate in this new high. Here's the Dow Jones Industrials. As you can see, the Dow Jones Industrials got about this pivot high here. Still remaining is to get above this pivot high in order to come up and test the here's the all-time closing high here that's made on August 7th, and the August 8th is the intraday all-time high, 22,179.1. So still got a little bit way to go, and it could very well easily pull back down and test these levels before it make a push. And same thing looking at the transportation. The transportation is still way off from its all-time high, which is up here somewhere around the 97.44. And right now it still need to get about this pivot at 95.43.64. Although today it pushed about this pivot high here at the 94.47.61. Again, would it be able to continue to push higher, or would it pull back and maybe come back and test this 92.37.46, this particular pivot low here? And we basically looked at the S&P 500. Let me get the for some reason some of the data is not loading up here. You haven't seen S&P 500. We basically are looking at see could it push up to the new high. We discussed that earlier. And the NASDAQ 100 Again, this thing is not loading with the latest data point. So here's the Nasdaq 100. It's not even close to the all-time closing high here, which is September the 1st at 5987. Okay, 5987.9. So 87.9. The high is well, the intraday high got above this closing high, but it did not close at a new all-time closing high, and neither did it make or tag the all-time high. And on the Russell 2000, oh, by the way, yeah, we're still looking at a possible pullback coming back to this 5890.25. Again, gotta get that data loaded back up. So again, we're basically still looking for some sort of pullback into this level and possibly get down to this 5750. I wouldn't be surprised that we'll see that, because I think there's basically a lot of short covering, I guess, today, and also there is some OTF out there, pushing it up, but not as strong as that Tuesday that we had. With the Korean launch the missile, but got to get credit to the bulls in pushing this thing up here so quickly and so strongly here. So we just have to keep an eye on see what kind of trap is being set here. Here again, we're basically looking at this pivot. You still need to get above this pivot here, which is 1426.3, and right now it's still kind of hovering here on the Russell 2000. Now the New York Stock Exchange Composite did close at a new all-time high along with the S&P 500 today, but also failed to tag the all-time high, which is 12,019.80. Okay. And the Nasdaq Composite also didn't close at a new all-time closing high. Okay, neither did it tag the all-time high. So looking at the Spider, the Spider also closed at a new all-time high here. You can see that it closed above this all-time high, and basically looking for this thing to push above that 250. So we'll see a pullback back to this 24.95, 244.95 before it pushes it, basically pulling back and let the other indexes kind of catch up. Same thing with the Q. The Q did not close at an all-time high. Okay, so it's basically just came up. The all-time high is up here at the. It closed at a new all-time high on August the 31st, and on September the 1st, it put in a new all-time high. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the momentum stock. Apple got an event coming up tomorrow, so wouldn't be surprised to see that thing pull back to this 156.65 area. Okay. And Facebook taking out this pivot high, and we're saying if taking out this pivot high, and the chances are it might come up and tag the all-time high. So we're basically just keeping an eye on that. The support zone is down here at this 169ish, 170 area. Okay. And then Netflix is pushing up to this resistance zone at 185. So we're basically going to watch the price action when it get up there, unless it just kind of poops out and start pulling back. Then we're basically looking at this level here at that 172.44. And Amazon, again, let me load this up. I'm not sure why is the connection is not pulling in the data automatically today. Anyway, Amazon is between this support and resistance zone here. So we just want to kind of wait and see to see what will be able to push up to this 996 area or pull back to the 951, and then look for price action for trade locations. Same here on Google. Google is basically see could it push up to this 958 or pull back to the 918. Tesla had a great day today, up 20 point, but still looking for this thing to see could it come back up to that 370 or pull back to the 331.85. And Go had a terrible day today. I think that was almost down 20 point or something like that. But that could set up an opportunity for the next long setup, because I think the story here is that it's probably Gold has a little bit more upside to go, so it's just basically kind of pulling back and consolidating some of the gains. So basically just gonna look for the pullback and then watch for trade location for long possibility. And got about Twitter. Twitter is actually above this pivot. Let me load up the data. Okay, so it got about this pivot high, which is 1760. So we're going to see would it be able to push up to this 1866 or come back down and maybe retest somewhere around here, this $17 level. See could it get a bounce off of that. If it can't, then it might come back and test this 1648. Okay, so that's basically it. I was looking for a pullback before it pushed to the new high, but apparently the market have a different plan than what my expectation is. So once again, the market don't give a hoop of what I think or what anybody think. It will do whatever it's going to do. So hopefully your day is fairly good, and was able to capitalize on some of the move today, and just still don't get euphoric on this market movement here. It could be some sort of trap setting up for the bull. So just be careful, and good luck.